They're not really touching what they're going up. Yeah, the animation's a bit weird on that. I ain't gonna lie about that. I like the game, and he's sucking me dry, boys. Alright, welcome back to Best Grill 2020 here in Dungeon Munchies Chapter 2. 2 bosses so far have been slain at the hands of your boy. Now you know me, I like to keep it fresh for us here, make us have different loadouts and whatnot. So one of the things that I don't think I've used so much in this run, or at least including Chapter 1 anyway, is the magical staves from afar. So I decided to hook up this bazooka to see how it works, and this is essentially what it does. However, that's not the reason why I want to use this today. The reason is because of my secondary, which happens to be the flamethrower. Now, the flamethrower does intense damage, but it goes through your mana really quickly. But here's the thing about the rocket launcher: if I charge it, it reloads your mana, it recovers it. Which means, check this out, without this thing loaded up, good damage, right? Very good damage. But then it stops and no more mana, can't shoot anymore. But if I was to shoot while reloading my mana with the bazooka for faster recovery, oh, I don't know, your boy just apparently gets to be able to shoot forever. And the best thing about it too, I haven't even fed myself, but I was looking at the things over here, so I removed the melee stuff that we had, and I believe that if I come over here and I make this, the Sweet Fairy Dust, magic damage increased by 20%, Cleansing Green Tea increases mana recovery by 20%, the Candy Dragon Fruit, if cast from a full mana bar, magic attacks with a staff generate an explosion, inflicting 10 points of damage, but it also increases your max mana, which is the most important thing to me. So that's the introduction we're gonna do here. I'm gonna start doing something a bit different, just to kind of switch it up a bit. Hey, you don't even follow the laws of physics. It's so light. I'm noticing there's a lot of these guys here, huh? Yes, indeed. Well, as long as I can continue aiming properly, we should be fine. And we still have the recovery thing that every 10 hits we do recover HP, so man, this is an awesome combination. If anything, it feels like I might have simplified the game a bit too much. We'll see how it goes. If it feels like it's too... the animations for these slime dudes is a little bit weird, isn't it? Like when they're going up vertical spots. They're not really touching what they're going up. Yeah, the animation's a bit weird on that. I ain't gonna lie about that. I like the game, and he's sucking me dry, boys! Hey, get out of me! No, at least you buy me dinner first before you start sucking me off. You jerk? Where's the problem? We're going down this way. It seemed like there was a pad going to the right, wasn't there? And this one seems to keep going and going, which leads me to believe this is probably where we have to go. But you know me, I always like to explore the side path first so we can get some good loot. I'll take that damage, that's fine. No, you keep away from me. I know what you're up to. I know what you're up to! Stop it! Stop it! No means no! Alright, Smokey the Bear showed me when I was a kid. He pointed where I should not be touched, and no means no. Get away from here. You and your sucky friends. Alright, so what do we have here? The Steeped City used to be a haven for criminals and scum. Organized crime, drugs, and violence were all part of daily life here. These residents leech off society without providing any positive contributions. They do less for society than maggots and worms. Our Supreme President, in all of his glory, issued a bold order. Return the city to nature. The government's civil engineers completed the order in a single day and dunked an entire city into the water. So it's New Londo. It's the New Londo ruins. The biologists were then turned this into a lush wetland biome, breeding and planting numerous endangered species into this new habitat. The scum that used to inhabit the city will be able to finally contribute to society. As food for these precious creatures, life finds a way. And when you look at that, the once filthy slums have become a beautiful lake. Watch as schools of fish swim gracefully in the water. Isn't that much better than dirty beggars asking you for money? Wow. I mean, that's an extreme. I mean, sure. No one likes crime. Just throw them in the water and have them get fed to the fish. That is an extreme for sure. I mean, you hear about crime so often, and you know, You hear about some terrible things and it makes you think like, is there really such a thing as reform? But you'd like to imagine there is, right? I mean, do we really have to just feed people to animals? Slimy mold jelly. Found the recipe for slimy mold jelly. Indeed. Okay, so this was, I think, a side path. Although it seems to keep going down, so maybe it also links up to the one that we were going to the left first. Well, either way, we would have missed out on this little bit of information here, so I'm glad we did it. If anything, we could always go back, and it seems there's a path to the left anyway, so maybe they would have interconnected here anyway. So we do have our save, which is good. Oh, God. Batman. It's not the time. Ow. Ow. Oh, of course it rises.
The fire rises.
And we got another recipe coming down here. Ooh. Somehow perfect dodge through the water. Missing page, a pan-fried leech steak. Well, I think Grill did mention that there was going to be some watery parts over here. We do... Hello, ladies. Just hanging out in the water, huh? Glub, glub, glub. You've been dead for so long, you still haven't learned how to speak underwater. Glub, glub. Hi, I know it's hard to move in the water, so we made this nymph roast for you. The magic from this great nymph disappears on land. That means we have to cook it underwater to retain its powers. In our current situation, only Grill's eternal dragonfire can cook this dish. Glub. Roast, most, who cares? your glub naming sense, garbage. You have to speak up, Grill. Anyways, eat this, and you'll be able to move faster in water. We have to find a way to get into that government facility. Go! That's what I was trying to say before we actually stumbled into them. They were talking on the train over here about something to make us move faster in the water. So apparently, this was it. This is, you know what this is very reminiscent of? As an old man, I can tell you. This reminds me a lot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game on the not Super Nintendo, the Nintendo NES, first one. I mean, the Turtles are so, I mean, they're relevant again, right? You could say, like, they weren't relevant for a while, then they kind of came back. Then I think there was like Nick's show that was kind of weird. Now there's even an even weirder looking version of the Turtles that I've seen on a cartoon somewhere. Like, I was okay with the, what was it, like 2014? 2013? Something along, it was the early 2010s though, or mid at least. But there was a TMNT reboot on Nick, and that was okay. I could kind of get behind that look. There's now an even more localized, or at least newer look, that now one I can't get behind. I've seen it, I've been like, not sure if I, that one ain't it, Chief.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Increased magic damage, of course, that's what I'm looking for. By 10%, 50% of the damage taken is turned into mana. Perfect dodge, dude, this is like, causes magic overdose. I mean, everything about this sounds really good that I'm worried about this magic overdose now. But yes, we will indeed cook it. What do I remove though? Good question. Increase bullet output for all weapons and summons by 2. Summons increase bullet output for all. So would that increase the flame breath as well? Because dude, if so. Boom! Oh my god, it gives you the spread. Alright, hold up. So now, do we recover fast enough? Yep. Look at this DPS, boys. Like, if they're up close to my face, they're gonna get grilled. No pun intended. Alright, this is beautiful. Oh my god, this is like playing Binding of Isaac now, trying to find the proper things that, you know, synergize with each other. Yeah, see, we're DPS going over 1,000 now. Perfect. Okay, this is a good loadout. Weapons, don't even talk to me about weapons right now. Whatever I got, I'm loving, so ignore it. We have our travel now. Perfect. You know what? I wouldn't mind doing a boss fight right now. I just want to see if I could just, like, smoke a boss. Just completely roast him. Look at this bat. No chance whatsoever. Alright, come on, Falcon. Don't get too... I was to say don't get too cocky, but now what the hell is this here? Yo, dude, what's up with your forehead? Speak to him. Farmer Tree. The Lord of the Forest has disappeared. What do we do? Why are we now being hunted down every day? The Lord of the Forest was right. In order for everything to function, some sacrifice is necessary. Oh, check it. He's he's possessed or infected, I guess, like Mr. Banana was. This is the rotten tree.
The existence of one's life begets the suffering and death of others. The Lord of the Forest sacrificed countless plants for the lives of the animals. To protect the plants, Cone could only start a war, causing even more death. This is an endless cycle of suffering. Topple a dictator, and another will stand in his place. In the end, nothing changes. That's because the substance of reality is madness, chaos, and pain. Nothing can change this fact. Every effort exerted in this reality only serves to prolong this endless meat grinder we call life. As long as we believe in survival, in happiness or injustice, the pain never ends.
I don't get what you're trying to say. Then, what should we be doing? What's the right thing to do?
The divine compassionate putrid will accept all that have lost their way. We are willing to guide the lost sheep towards the path to salvation.
I'm not a sheep. I'm a tree. What can you do for us trees?
Come, eat this to know His grace. You will be able to use your soul to feel our great presence. We shall share our infinite knowledge, and we will care for all of our followers at all times, for all eternity.
At all times seems kind of intrusive, but whatever, give it to me. Same thing. Alright. So we're seeing the spread over here, the putrid. That is indeed what they have been calling that thing. Oh my god. Oh, I can still roast them in the water? That's awesome. Oh my god. That crawfish had a ton of HP. We have another one of those statues here underwater as well. Which I guess makes sense because, again, they did sink this entire city to let these fish, apparently, flourish. And give the scum some meaning in their society, after all. It's a very slow descent. Ooh. Oh, it's just an exit. Where's this going to lead me to? Steep City Hall Station. It's really cool. I love the background. It's actually very surprisingly eerie when you think about it, though. Like, you know, this entire city was sunk, right? And then you have, like, all the buildings, like, all the high-rises. Like, I guess these had to have been at some point high-rises. Those buildings seem fairly tall to me. So, new enemy. Eight-eyed eelmead. So, I mean, I don't even know how they accomplished that, but these are tall buildings, you know, holding a lot of people. Which makes it even more eerie. Because, you know, you're thinking, like, yeah, they apparently sunk the city because of the scumbags. Are you? Oh, that's an interesting glitch right there. They sunk the city for the scumbags, right? Which is understandable. But, obviously, not everybody who lived there was also a scumbag. So a lot of innocent people died there. Probably even more so, I think, I would say, than the scumbags. Here is the Shrimp Claw Double-Double. Increases secondary weapon damage by 15%. Makes both primary and secondary weapons attack at the same time. If we have missiles dropping along with the flame balls, I think it could be kind of good. Let's see. Is it doing it? No. 50%. I gotta do it. I have to. Give me that dummy here. Oh my god. 1739 DPS. What have you girls found here? That's a terrifying looking dish. Is it done yet? Almost. Is it done yet? I said almost. Is it done yet? Ask me one more time, see what happens. You're mean. I need to focus on this spicy ginger killer frog. Cooking these things to perfection requires precise control over temperature and timing. Its magic content is fine. You can eat it right now, but as a magical chef, I have my standards. I thought you just forgot the recipe. I'm surprised you have standards. Whatever happened to the whole boo-hoo, I don't have a sense of taste, so who cares about cooking thing? Huh. If we're gonna do it, why not do it well? I haven't forgotten the techniques I learned all those years ago. So is it done yet? Yeah, I've got your knuckle sandwich right here. Same thing? Okay. Oh, it's a meal for me too. Press dash roll down to descend rapidly. Oh, well good. I did notice that we were sinking very slowly earlier. So now, it's so good. Alright. I really want to see a boss fight just get melted by this build of mine. Like, for all I know, maybe it won't happen. Maybe I'll get humbled and I'm thinking that this will work. Like, at some point, maybe we'll run into something that has, like, a high fire resistance or something. I mean, this would be the perfect spot for it, considering we're underwater. Okay, Falcon, let's not get too cocky now just because you are doing really good here. Let's take this very slow and easy. Freaking turtle section apparently never ends. Okay, we're seeing a little bit of clearance here. Another safe spot as well. Here are the girls. I think you should be able to talk to them just to make sure I have a feeling we are approaching something big. It's because we're going through this water section for us to teleport. What do you got, girls? So that's where this truck went. I never thought I'd see it again. Look, it still has the bullet holes from the drones that were chasing us. If Uncle C could see this, he'd be really happy. That was insane, what we did back then. Giving up our lives, running from the authorities just to cook. Wasn't all this your idea? Huh? Me? No way, it was your idea. I was a law-abiding public servant and law's the law. I wouldn't have dared to go against it. Oh really? Actually, I can't tell if you're actually serious or just messing with me. I'm a very serious person. Everything I say is deliberate and considered. Okay, so we have a new weapon unlocked. We have the water staff apparently, which would replace our rocket. It does also recover mana per second. So I would like to have a weapon that actually maybe does something as I'm charging the mana for my secondary. So I'm gonna go ahead and create this just to see if it does work out. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, let's see here. So that's to hold it down, and then, yeah, it does. It's not gonna be able to launch its attack if I want to continue doing the flame bread, but obviously the flame bread benefits is a lot more than just the occasional water attack from above. But it does seem to be the same attack that those shrimp big dudes were doing as well. That water attack from above, so we have to reload it first and then drop it down. But yeah, I think we're better off doing this still. But at least it kind of gets a little bit of a different looking weapon. And it does recover 1 extra mana per second than the rocket launcher did, so perfectly fine. Well, unfortunately, we've gone long enough here for this one. I am going to wrap it up here. What do we have here? The leech blood pudding. Gain a shield while flying towards a hooked enemy. I'm going to wrap it up here for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Stick around for the next one. We shall continue going forward. I wouldn't be surprised if they're... I wouldn't be surprised if there's a boss fight very soon, because we've been kind of going through this level for a bit now, and is there something I help you with? No? I think he's beyond help. I'll catch you guys next time.